10 News Weather Authority from the JES Weather Center.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm meteorologist Edward Shaw. Looking quite overcast today with cooler temperatures inbound. We get into tomorrow, we're going to get a lot cooler, but rain's also going to factor into that as well, just given the fact we have the chance for a few overnight showers. Later on in the week, the warmth really starts to ramp back up rather quickly, getting up into the mid-80s possibly by Friday. Right now, what you're noticing is we have some areas with abundances of sunshine and others that are completely overcast as that low pressure system continues to make its way closer and closer to the Commonwealth as a whole. Temperatures are currently in the 70s throughout the area with a few areas in the 80s. So overall, on track here for our high temperatures getting up into the upper 70s, low 80s for the day. Looking at satellite radar, you can see where quite a bit more of that cloud cover that is forming mostly further to the southeast in parts of South Side and towards the Central Virginia area, the I-95 corridor. And the most widespread rainfall that ends up falling is actually going to occur further to our east. But we could see some decent amounts here as well as the system makes its way closer to us. Now, let's time it all out for you Futurecast. We're going into the next few hours. We start seeing rainfalls start popping up more in isolated nature as we go into the evening hours tonight around 8 to 9. It's likely going to be the earliest we see any kind of rainfall. By about midnight, though, we're going to start seeing the main center of low pressure shift into our area, which brings in the most widespread rainfall as well. Between about midnight and 7 in the morning is when we're expecting the most widespread rainfall, so you may have a wet commute if you're heading to school or work tomorrow morning. By about 4 p.m., the heaviest rainfall starts dwindling, but we could be left with a few isolated showers, some of which have some downpours within them before we go a little bit drier into Wednesday with more overcast skies. Here's why that's such a good thing. We've been abnormally dry recently. Areas further to the east under a moderate drought, and most of the entirety of our area under dry conditions for this time of year. High temperatures for today, Roanoke about 80 degrees, Blacksburg 77, Danville 79, Alta Vista 80, Lynchburg 79, and Covington 79 as well. Now what you're going to notice over the next few days, it's almost going to be like a battle between the cooler air with that low pressure and the warmer air further to the west that we saw during the weekend. 69 degrees is your high for Tuesday, so much cooler, 73 on Wednesday. Thursday, we're back into the 80s at 83, and then we really dial up the heat, 87 degrees going into Friday as well. Watching the tropics, one area that we are watching, starting to get a little bit more structure here with this storm, has a 40% chance of formation over the next 48 hours, 80% over the next 7 days, and this would be Gabrielle if/when it ends up forming. As for us locally, we're going to be looking at rainfall over the next few days that ends up a little bit more widespread in nature tomorrow and into Wednesday as well. Thursday, Friday look pretty nice, and then Saturday also nice, a little bit more cloud cover with a few isolated showers coming in on Sunday. So Jenna, overall much cooler, but we're getting that needed rainfall because we've been so dry recently.
Yes, and if you forget to water your plants like I do because I'm like, oh, it's fall, it's cooler. It's really not that much cooler.
Right.
And your plants die.
It might seem cooler at first, but then it gets into one of these weird roller coaster fluctuations, and then you add in the sunshine. It's like, oh yeah, they need water.
Yeah, I will be doing that. Thank you so much, Edward.